A very good morning to one and all assembled here. Respected Dr. Sonia Sharma, Principal Dr. Nishi Sharma, my dear colleagues, and all the aspirants. I, Dr. Radhika Bansal, welcome you all for the webinar Developing Professional Ethics and Attitude Among Prospective Teachers, a group discussion organized by Center for Teacher Education, IPEM, under the aegis of IQAC. It gives us immense pleasure to hear the precious words of Dr. Sonia Sharma. Dr. Sonia Sharma, currently working as an assistant professor, Department of Education, Lovely Professional University, Pagwara, Punjab. She has total more than 16 years experience in the field of academic and administration. Her areas of research are multidisciplinary. Her areas of research are multidisciplinary. She has more than 60 publications in various ISBN books, ISSN in national and international journals, peer-reviewed, UGC care listed, and Scopus Index journals. She is verified reviewer of many renowned journals nationally and internationally. She has been awarded with Active Principal Award Gold Medal by Indira Gandhi Vigyan Sanshothan Sanstha, Pune. She has also been awarded by Ministry of Education, Ministry of Information Broadcasting, Ministry of MSME for exceptional contribution as a primary evaluator in Toykathon 2021. Now, by giving rest to my words, I would like to invite Dr. Sonia Sharma to take over the session and being a torchbearer for our participants. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Radhika, and a very warm good afternoon to one and all. Thank you so much for giving me a brief introduction. Is my voice is quite audible and am I visible properly?
Yes, ma'am, your voice is audible.
Okay, thank you so much for letting me know. So I can see that students, they have joined over there. So as already Dr. Radhika has introduced the topic, which is the need of the hour, that how can we develop professional ethics as well as the attitude among our prospective teachers. So teachers, they are nation builders. So I think so that this is a very relevant topic that when we can introduce, I think my, okay, yes. So where we can just, give a kind of guidelines to future teachers, those who are in the dilemma that which profession they have to join. So there is a time to discuss all these things so that we can let the, clear their doubts, whatever they are having in their mind. So for the same, I would like to share my PPT. So I would like to take your request, ma'am, that can I share my screen?
Yes, ma'am, you can share.
Okay. So I hope so that my screen is now visible.
Yes, ma'am, it is absolutely visible.
Okay. Okay. So before going to further start, let me discuss some type. We are having the professional ethics also. So what are the ethics first of all? So ethics means that when we are having this, judgment, we are having this understanding that what is right and what is wrong. No doubt, there are many people, those who are in the professions, but somewhere they are not having, professional ethics. They are not able to do justice with their profession. So there is need that before entering to a certain kind of profession, we must need to introduce that what are the ethics, and if they are joining any kind of particular profession, that which professional ethics they have to follow. There is need to be discussed all these things. So the thing which is right to your profession, because when we are in a certain kind of profession, let's see, when we are a doctor, when we are a teacher, then we are not in a particular professions, we are in that professions where we are acting as a role model for the society. So being the member of the society, even we have some kind of, expectations from certain kind of professions. Let's see, doctors, we are expecting that doctors should be punctual, regular, they must treat their patients very, and with deep understanding or all these things. So similarly, there is that when we are going to join any kind of professions, then we must follow certain kind of professional ethics so that we can do the justice with that particular profession. So if we talk about the professional ethics, so professional ethics, they are a kind of guidelines of code that provide direction in enhancing the dignity of the professional work. So means if I'm in the teaching profession, so it's mean that my professional ethics will guide me that how can I maintain my profession's dignity so that I will be, receive a kind of respect and I may be able to fulfill all the expectations of my learners. So there is need to be work on that so that we can maintain the dignity, because dignity, it matters a lot when you are attached with a kind of professions, because your profession is not your profession, is the it is the expectations of rest of the society. So when as today we are in a teacher training program, so here a lot of professions are there, but my focus will be only on the teachers. So here today we will discuss about that the professional ethics, we will discuss about attitude, we will discuss about that why you should join teaching as your professions, what are the benefits of teaching your benefits of teaching the career, and what are the other options rather than, let's see, you have done your B.Ed and later on you feel so that I don't want to continue my education, means my career in the teaching profession, then there are a lot of others facilities where you can join your career. And right now during this pandemic, one thing I have realized that during this pandemic, which was a one profession but which was very active, that was the teaching. During pandemic, sometimes the parents, they can hold their fist that they cannot spend some money on other things, but a parent can never stop the education of their ward. So teaching is that profession which will be continued throughout. It can never stop. Teaching is never ending process. So this is the best profession that right now you can see that we are from the different states, we are sitting somewhere else, okay, UTs or Punjab, but still we are interacting. This credit goes to our education system. So education system is that which can pursue in any kind of situations, in any kind of circumstances, because we can interact with our learners through the online mode. So teachers, they must have a quality of ethics in their personality so that by getting some kind of inspirations from them, others, they can also join this profession. Let me discuss my personal example also. If I have joined my career as a teacher, so somewhere that some teachers, they have influenced me. So because of their teaching skills, because of their professional ethics, because of their untiredness, continuous service towards their professions, admire me a lot to join teaching as a profession. And very frankly, it's more than 16 years I am in the same professions, but there is no any single day when I regret that why I have joined teaching as my profession. So this is very, noble profession. This is very good profession that when you will join over it, you will enjoy it throughout, because every time you are getting new faces, you are getting new children, and you feel yourself very young when you are dealing with the children. So teacher must be, have some kind of personal values, ethics, morals, and the thing is that commitment towards your profession. This is the need of the hour. If you are highly committed toward your profession, definitely nobody can stop you. You will grow in your profession. So professional ethics, maybe some of the students are there. I would like to ask you if you would like to say that if you can, being a member of the society, what kind of professional ethics you are expecting from other professions. Any one of you, even you can write down in the chat box also. I can read out your chat if you want to speak out that what kind of professional ethics expectations you are having from other profession. You can share your views also. In the beginning, I have also shared some of the examples that even you can now share that what others expectation you are having towards other professions. So students are here. Yes, students, can you hear me? Can you write down in the chat box that am I quietly audible to all of you? Because You can see me, but I can't see you. So there is a lack something. Uh, so you can speak out if you want. Okay. Anyhow, yes. So as already I have told you that from doctor, from lawyer, from judge, from teacher, we expect from a mechanical engineer, civil engineering, from any field, we are expecting something else, that they should serve their society with their dutifulness, with their regularities, okay, and without any kind of biasness. So similarly, uh, we are also expecting certain kind of professional ethics from all the profession. So somehow the important, professional ethics you can see on your screens. Let's see honesty. If you're honest towards your professions, then you can satisfy yourself also, as well as you can satisfy the other person also. Because self-satisfaction can be there if you are honest with your profession. Trustworthiness should be there. So if you're trustworthiness, again, you can do the justice with your professions. And there should be a kind of transparency in profession. Nothing should be hidden. You should be very transparent towards your duties, towards your work. And you should be accountable. You should be punctual, reliable, confidentiality also. Let's take an example of a doctor or a counselor. If someone is visiting to a counselor and sharing their personal problems with that counselor, okay, then it's the responsibility of that counselors to keep that things confident, to maintain the dignity of the profession. So dignity, to maintain the dignity, to win the trust of the patient, there is need to become some kind of confident person to maintain the confidentiality among the that particular person, as well as the person who is approaching that particular person in that profession. Objectivity should be there, so you should not be subjective. You must be objective, unbiased, and respect everyone, whether the persons with whom you are dealing is junior or senior. So you have to pay respect to each one. Okay. Then obedience to the law and loyalty. So whenever we are in the profession, let's say take an example of researcher. So in case of researchers, that when we are writing some kind of articles, then we have to follow some copyrights, plagiarisms, or all these things. So this is the kind of that we have to maintain the dignity. We have to, obey certain kind of the laws which are related with that writing skills. Loyal, you should be loyal towards your profession. So these are the some, very common professional ethics which everyone should have. Everyone must have these ethics. So how can you become an ethical person? So to whom we call that he or she is an ethical person. So let's think about yourself, that maybe some of the persons you have dealt in your past life, or maybe you are dealing in your present life, to whom you can see that yes, he or she is a very ethical person. So there is need to identify such type of persons, and we must appreciate about their ethics, so that a person get a kind of motivations, and in future this chain will never break. So this chain should go continuously, that we can transform ethics from one generation to another. So maybe you have dealt something about unethical role of the model. Anyone in your society, in your life, maybe you have seen with some of the persons who were not played very ethical role in the society. So you can also think about them, and you can compare between both type of the personalities. And next is here attitudes. So now we have discussed enough about ethics. What are the professional ethics? What are the common professional ethics? And now there is time to discuss about the attitude. So what are the attitudes? So attitudes are our beliefs, our values, which somewhere influence our behavior. Let's see two types of attitudes we can say. One is the positive, one is the negative. So the thing is that what kind of beliefs and what kind of values you are having towards your life. If you are having very positive attitude, that all things will be positive. And if you are having a very negative attitudes, then no doubt if you are having a good professions, but with your negative thoughts, you may not able to get success in that particular profession. Even UNESCO in IBA report 2000 13, they have defined that attitude is the kind of your values and beliefs that influence a person's behavior. So positively and negatively, how do you treat your attitude? It is depending upon your own choice that you have to take it positive or negative. So if we talk about psychologist Alpert, in 1935, he has defined attitude as mental and neural state of readiness to respond, organized to experiences, exerting a directive and dynamic influence on behavior. So let's see, life is not a bed of roses. Daily, we are facing a lot of challenges in our life. But how to deal these challenges, it matters a lot. So similarly, when we have some challenging tasks, when the circumstances, when the situations, they are not in our favor, at that time, what kind of action you are taking? How do you respond in that particular situation? That is called your attitude. So you must have to develop a positive attitude towards any kind of situations, so that with positive situations, with positive attitude, you can win from any situation. Let's see, it is mentioned, we are hearing a lot of stories also in our holy books also. So somewhere all they are giving us directions that how do with your positive affirmations you can win the any kind of battle in your life. So how to respond in a particular situation, this is all depending upon our attitude. So now here we can discuss a list of professions. We can see few lists are there: medical professions, merchant navy, engineering, teaching jobs, chartered accounting, management professionals, business, and many more. So apart from these, maybe there are so many other professions. So I would like to ask you that you can even mention other professions in the chat box, or you may speak out if you are willing to speak. That what other professions are there? I have just mentioned very few professions because list is very big, so it will be very difficult to discuss all the professions. But few professions I have written over there, and out of those professions, one profession which is very close to my heart, as well as I expect so that all the persons, those who are attending this webinar, this is also very close to their also their heart also, because of this quotations, or because of this statement which you can read on your screen, that is, teaching is the noblest of all the profession, since all the professionals have their own teachers. If a doctor is there, a doctor must have a teacher in his life. If lawyer is there, judge is there, engineer is there, everyone is there. Even if itself teacher is there, then that teacher is also having their own teacher. So that is why we can see that teaching is the noblest profession, because we are manufacturing other professions. Other professionals are just, we are making with our own hands, with our own two spirits. So there is need that we have to create a very, positive attitude towards our children, because when they will join their professions, so they will always use some of your skill. Let's see, if a teacher is very punctual, unbiased, okay, regular, loving, caring, then committed towards the professions, then definitely the student of that particular teacher, when they will join their profession, they will try to take that particular type of skills which were present in their teachers in their profession also, because we are role model. Children, they are getting inspirations from their teachers. So there is a lot of responsibility on our shoulders. So out of different professions, so today my focus will be on the teaching profession, so on the teachers. So NCT is National Council of Teacher Education, that is an apex body also. So that has also given a kind of directions for the teachers, that what kind of qualities a teacher must have to do, okay, what are the duties of a teachers to do. So there is need to recognize every child has a fundamental right to education. So if teacher knows this thing that if getting education is everyone's right, so she can devote her teaching in a better way without giving any kind of biasness towards such children. And every child is having a potential talent, so there is need to enhance the self-esteem of the teachers. So there is need to integrate that society is not different from the teaching. So teaching is that profession which is totally based on the community, on the society. So there should be a continuous interaction between the society and the community also. So self-discipline, because as already I have told you that if we are going to become a role model, then must we have some kind of self-discipline so that we can, yeah, show a kind of respect towards our children, and they will be able to follow the same. So now here are some of the, maybe you have heard about this. Honesty is the best policy. The truth will set you free. So why we are using these things? There is no need to explain these things. The simple statements reflecting itself, the whole story behind this. Honesty is the best policy. We know that why. Then truth will set free. So in case of truth, we don't need to keep the things in our mind. So if we are very true, then no need to keep the things in your mind that every time there is no need to recall the thing. So similarly, there are some kind of situations that if you are facing certain kind of situations in your life, so which thing you have to choose in that particular situation. So are your professions letting you know that if you may have heard about Raja Harish Chandra story also. So you may have seen that what kind of situation he was facing, but he never let the path of truthfulness. So this is the thing that later on you can see he got all the things which he left during that particular period when he was facing that challenges in his life. So the thing is that we never get, out of track from our ethics, professional ethics. So code of conduct for professional persons. So they must be, to increase the professional and ethical consciousness among the specific groups. So there is need to take some ethical responsibilities. Until and unless we are not ready to take some ethical responsibilities, so it will not be, good for us to be continue in the same profession for a long period. Although in the starting the people can, tolerate you, but as soon as when you are not doing something for your professions, then people they lose their interest in you. So whether you are doctor or in any professions, to maintain the trust among the society continuously, you have to just follow the things. You have to maintain your professions with your devotions, with the fulfillments of others. So now let's see some of the ethical principles which you must have in your profession. Intellectual integrity also. Definitely, intellectual integrity is need of the art that you have to think very logically towards your professions. How can you groom in your professions? There is need to be work on that. You have must vocational integrating towards your occupations. You must have a moral courage also that what kind of encouragement, what kind of morality you have to show towards your professions. So altruism. So what is that? That is that selflessness service of others. So without having any kind of uh, expectations in your mind, when you are freely serving others for their well-being. So there is need to exercise that one also. Thus, it should not be in your mind only. Manisha Singh, you have raised hand. Would you like to say something, Manisha? Or it is done by mistake? Okay, so maybe by mistake you have done. Yes, so let's see. Exercise impartiality. So we should not be partial with our professions among any one of. Then exercise human insight. So humanity is above all the things. So you must have a humanity grounds in your professions. responsibility should reflect. You must have humility in your working. Then you must do some kind of collegiate regularities, partnerships, vigilance, then professional responsibilities, aspirations. So these are the things which you must have to follow in your professions. So these are the ethical principles. So if we talk about teachers, then teachers, they must be responsible at all, because responsibilities to teach responsibility to other professions. Okay, that is in the hand of the teaching board. Yes, Priyanka. Priyanka, you have raised your hand. Would you like to say something? Ma'am, am I quite audible? If is it clear, everything? Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so we have to manage, our private affairs in manner to consistently with the dignity of the uh, profession, because personal and professional life, that should be very different, so that they do not mix with each others, and somewhere it may not, harm the dignity of our specific professions. And through the professional growth, continuously we have to study and research. Let's see, those days have gone when after having a degree of B.Ed, okay, and job, you are free now. But now you have to continue, do your growth, professional growth. Professionally, you have to develop. Let's see, after having your doctorate degree, postdoctorate degrees, if you have a good contributions in your, uh, you know, uh, in your account with having a couple of experience, but still you have to grow to keep your position in the society. Express free and frank opinion by participations. You may have to attend some kind of professional meetings, seminars, webinars, conferences, so that you can exchange your knowledge. You can get knowledge as well as you can provide knowledge to others also. And meantime, you must have to take some active membership of the professional organization. So when you will join your teaching, if you will be in the field of teaching professions, then you will get a lot of organizations where you can join with them and you can update your knowledge and perform your duties in a very regular form. Discuss, already I have told you that if you are in the form of if you are a researcher, then you may have to follow some legal norms also, plagiarism and non-ethical behavior also. Then you have to abide by the act, statutes and audience of the university, respect of your idea, vision, mission, whatever institutions which whatever institution you have attached, you have to follow the rules and regulations of that particular institutions, because you are dealing with teaching profession. So you may have to act in a good manner so that you can do the justice. You have to cooperate with other educational responsibilities also. Let's see, you may have seen in your own school or college also that sometimes experts comes offline or online modes and they interact with you. Sometimes you have been taken to somewhere others to give you some kind of experience. So this is a kind of the interactions to get the knowledge. If you will not get this kind of experience, you will never learn to the true spirit. So although you are having books at your in your hands also, at your home also, you can go to the internet also, but still there is a person who admires you, who motivates you, okay, to go through it. So that is that spirit should be in you, that your students, they never feel so that they can, there is no place of teacher, that without teachers teaching can be done. So you have to prove this thing, that how do, no doubt that education is online system, but still teacher cannot be replaced by anything. Why? You have to prove this, that why teachers cannot be replaced by any other technology. So teachers should be very careful, kindness in the classroom. So teacher must share some kind of responsibilities with the colleagues and encourage the creativity in the students. Like now, research and innovations, entrepreneurship, these are some of the things which are very active and even Government of India, they are also providing good grants, scholarship for the same. So in the coming slides, we will discuss about the entrepreneurship also. So I will let you know that what is that one also. Then we have to understand and accept the diversity of them. Them means students. In the classroom, there is a diversity. So if you are open, if a teacher is an open-minded teacher, so only then she can handle the diversity in the class without making any kind of personal judgment and biasness. So individualized instruction should be given, because no, even identical twins, they are not same. They have their different likings. Okay, they through their habits, they are different. So how can we expect that a class of 40, 50, 60 students, they will be of same knowledge, or they are having same kind of understanding level? No. So individual differences are there, and we must respect those individual differences. And teachers should never be negative in the past. So now there is a one situations that maybe you have seen some kind of an ethical role in your life. What was that situation and what was its impact? So you can go through it, you can think about it, and then you can discuss the thing with uh, others, or even at the end of the, when 5 to 10 minutes will be left, then we will have any kind of interaction. So now let's see that how to develop the positive attitudes towards the professions. So we have discussed a lot of things. So now how can we develop? So development of the positive attitudes towards professions helps in developing the creative thinking and motivating students. So if you are positive, if you are having a positive attitude, definitely you will try to do something in that. You will do something creative. If we are having some interest in a particular things, definitely to make more interesting that particular things, we will think creatively. We will try to think differently. And we will also motivate our students that you can do this thing if you are having this positive attitude. So for that, must you develop a positive attitude, so that it will lead to the creative thinking, as well as it lead for a motivation for or others also. Then there is need that let's see the students, those who are planning to join their career as a teaching. So we have to give them some kind of training, that how can they do different from others professions in the teaching profession. Here I would like to give you one example. Let's see, if you are pursuing your simple BA, okay, or now integrated BA B.Ed program is going on, or if you are graduate, then after that if you will go through your BA B.Ed program, because in the coming, even right now, if you are working as a teacher, if you want to join as a teacher in any school, then your primary degree is B.Ed. So you must have a B.Ed degree in your hand. So later on in service, you can go for your further higher education also. So during your B.Ed programs, when you are having B.Ed degree in your hand, you are called as a trained teacher. And without B.Ed, you are called as an untrained teacher. So you will see the huge differences between untrained and trained teachers' salary. And moreover, schools, educational institutions, they are not keeping, untrained teachers. There is a condition that without a particular type of B.Ed programs, you cannot join. So through that training programs, you are getting information about philosophy, you are getting information for psychology, you are getting some kind of information for research. So these are the three basic subjects which I have taken. But there are other subjects also. Community programs are also there. Inclusive education is there. Inclusive education is there, that even sustainable development goal out of 17, one is the inclusive education. So inclusive education, what is inclusive education? If you are going through your B.Ed programs, and further, you can choose one of its topic in your higher educations, and you get a particular specialization in that field also. So there is need to develop a quality of work. So your quality of work will be, get a kind of attraction towards others. You will get identification in that society. So if we talk about that prime factors which are responsible for teaching success, the first is that your attitude towards profession, and second one is your job satisfaction. Job satisfaction, it requires a lot. The things which give us satisfaction, then it's mean that you are going to give a kind of justice towards your students. Job satisfaction is required a lot. Otherwise, if you don't have a satisfaction, you can never get any kind. If you will even change your profession, you will not get satisfaction over there. So, particular job satisfaction, whether this job is very challenging, I will do it. If you have this attitude, definitely you will get satisfaction in your job. Because nowadays, challenges are in every profession. But the thing is that if you love your job, then definitely you will able to face those challenges, and you will try to satisfy it with yourself by taking suitable action towards those challenges. The thing is that which there is need to be worked. Then if we talk about National Policy of Education 1986, so that policy has stated that no people can rise above the level of its teachers. So now you can see very beautifully things that has been stated by National Policy of Education, that whether you are in any profession, but you can, you cannot rise above your teachers, because somewhere if you are in that particular profession, that who has trained you, those who have motivated you, encouraged you to get study, definitely your teachers. Let's take an example. When a student, when a student does his or her, 10th level, if that student had faced very good teachers, then that student will be motivated to go for the +1 and +2 higher can. And again, if the student has enough lucky to get good teachers, then they will go for graduations, then post graduations and higher education. So if you have very bitter experience in your schooling, you will never go for higher education. Means somewhere the things always clashes in your mind. So the thing is that teachers' attitudes can shape the life of a student. So similarly, UNESCO has also talking about the quality of education of the teachers. So now you can see here that there are a number of different professions: nursery teachers, primary teachers, secondary teacher is there, then college teacher is there. So if you want to start your career in a particular stream, so you must have the degrees which you can see along with those. So here today we will discuss about that how can you pursue your B.Ed programs, and what are the other options which you can go through after your B.Ed program. So degree in education is a sure passport employment abroad. So if you have educated, you have a degree in your education, degree in your hand, then definitely you will get employed. So National NPE has National Policy of Education 2020. Now in coming days, the education is going to become multidisciplinary. So in 2030, I have also added that one slide. That after that, simple standalone B.Ed, it will not run longer. Means there will be only integrated BA B.Ed or BSc B.Ed programs. So right now, those who are graduates, they can pursue your B.Ed. But as per the National Policy of Education 2020, so in 2030, all the educational institutional will become multidisciplinary. So standalone B.Ed will not be exist furthermore. Only integrated will be there. So then college universities, they must have B.Ed, M.Ed and PhD programs. So for becoming teachers, your minimum degree will be your B.Ed program as per the National Policy of Education. So these are some kind of the statements I have just pasted over there, that how can you become, what National Policy of Education is saying about the teacher education. So I have further pasted the same thing over here also. So now let us discuss about further B.Ed or Bachelor of Education, because we have discussed about teaching professions. So now I will let you know that how can you join your career in the teaching. So for that, you after your graduation, you must have to go through your B.Ed program. So you can join your job opportunities in any government or private institutions. So then B.Ed is invalid after 2030 already, I have informed you. So job opportunities. So how can job opportunities after B.Ed program? If you are doing your B.Ed from any institutions, whether it's a private or government, okay. So how can you join government sectors? For government sectors, you have to go through your, TET, teacher eligibility test, or it is having state test also. Any particular state teacher eligibility test, UT test is also there. You have to go through it. CTET is there if you want to appear in any central government job, Navodaya Vidyalaya or maybe Kendriya Vidyalaya or some like this. And if you want to appear for your state, let's see if you belong to Punjab state, Haryana state, then you have to clear that particular state's teacher eligibility test to become in a government sectors. So government job after B.Ed. Let's see. Primary school teacher job is also there. So you can become primary school teachers, 50 to first to 50, because earlier there was, ETT programs that has been vanished now. So that is not now having in the process. So as per the National Policy of Education, so now B.Ed will be the minimum education to join as a primary teacher also. PGT teacher, you can say that PGT programs. Then for higher classes, you can go for that. Then school assistant also, you can act as a school assistant. Now counselors are mandatory for every CBSE school. So you can become as a counselor also. Counselor job you can also get. Language teachers you can become as your pedagogy, according to your pedagogy, you can become a language teacher also. Then central government teachers, as already I have informed you, you can choose your career in the central education also. Then job opportunities after B.Ed in private sector. So in private sectors, you can act as a teacher also, online tutor also. Now new online tutor trend is very much, frequently going on in the society after this pandemic. So online coaching you can start. Educational counselor you can start already. I have informed you, for becoming a kind of counselor in any CBSE school, you must have a B.Ed degree in your hand. So content writers job is very, people, they are demanding content writer. If you will go through the LinkedIn, then you will get a good profiles over there. Those who are demanding that if you have good skills, content writers, writing skills, then you can approach over them. Researcher. So you can become researcher also, and researcher, what is research? How can you become researcher? For that, you have to appear in your B.Ed program, because through B.Ed program, you will come to know, as this is the one of the research methodology, is one of the main subjects. Through that, you will able to get the knowledge about the researcher. So after higher educations, after B.Ed, let's say you have done your B.Ed, what other things you can do? You can go through the M.Ed programs. This is again 2 years duration of master level. After B.Ed, you can pursue this one. MPhil now, it is existing in some of the education system, while it is not existing in some of the education system. It varies from the state to state. But as per the National Policy of Education, MPhil is going to be vanished. It's not. It will not be, continue as such. Then master, you can pursue any of your masters, Hindi, Punjabi, English, or any history. In any stream, you can go for master programs. Then PhD is, you can go for higher education. This duration is 3 to 4 or 5 years. After B.Ed, you can join for your PhD programs. So then masters. So what is a master's? M.Ed or Master of Education, as already I have informed you that after B.Ed, you can pursue it. This is the skills. By pursuing your M.Ed program, you can achieve these skills. So career after M.Ed or career after B.Ed, that is the same thing over there. But in case of M.Ed, you are able to join your higher education colleges also. School, colleges, coaching center you can open over there. You can open your educational consultancies, research agencies you can go for. You can write down good research proposal, then government can give you good grants. Then librarians also, you can further in your M.Ed program, if you are going to do any kind of dissertations with respect to the online educational resources, then you can go for that one also. Publishing houses means you can write down your book, you can publish your book, you will get some kind of identifications. And the thing is that home tuition, you can go to the home tuition. So let's see after MEd what kind of options you are having. You can become an instructor also, who will provide instructions how to maintain learning environment. Stenographer also, because during your MEd you become a good writer also. Okay, then you can go for that one also. Librarian also, a librarian works in librarian. Responsibility is to read the books to the students, to help them to select the books, because when you did your B.Ed programs, your mental level broaden a lot, because you're not looking the things in a congested way, you are looking the things with a wider way. So because you have gone through number of subjects are there that open your mindset, and then you are able to pursue the things in a very positive way. High school teachers, trained teachers, postgraduate teachers, you can also act like this. So career options, educational researchers, you can also become online tutor, you can become educators, you can become in your specializations in which you have done. There is a good job. Now government as well as government jobs, even if you are trying for your government jobs, then they will keep you 3 years, first of all, contract service. And during that period, you are having a very fixed salary, which is almost equal to the private sector. So even in the private sector, you are getting very good salaries after pursuing your B.Ed programs or MEd programs. Then again, after MEd, you can go for your PhD program, MPhil programs, or some kind of certificate courses. You can go through it. So now these were the things which are related totally with teaching. Means after B.Ed, you can go for TGT, PGT, instructor, online teacher, tutors, or all these. What are the others career than teaching? If you have B.Ed degree in your hand, so you can become content designer also. So you can become the educational app creators. For that, I have this link is pasted over there. So some apps are there. Speech app is there. Okay, this is very good site. I will let it paste in the chat box. So whenever you will get time, you can just open it, so that you will be able to see this. Let me open it. So through that, you can also make some kind of chat apps for your career. Counselor, you can become as a counselor also. You can test designer in your specialized areas also. Educational consultancy also you can join. So let it be, I think, opening, then I can show you it. Otherwise, you can go through it. Then textbook author, already I have informed you, because after doing your B.Ed or MEd programs, you become a good writer also, because curriculum is framed in such a way that you become some good writer also. Corporate trainer also, e-content designer also. Let's see the things which you are getting from internet. Someone has uploaded over there, you are getting it download and you are using it. So similarly, you can also prepare your own e-content, you can make your own blogs, you can paste over there. Coaching institutes, you can start over there. Home tutors, online coaching. Then YouTube channel. Right now, you can see there are a lot of YouTube channels, Instagram channels are there. Those who are, sitting at their home, they are earning very good. So these are the things which you can do other than the teaching. Then you can join some corporate or industry also. You can become your entrepreneur. Means you can open your own school. You can open your own coaching center, or you can join some government services. So these are the pathways other than teaching which you can go through it. Then you can appear in some kind of competitive examination also. After your MEd, you can appear for the UGC NET, or after your BEd, you can go through the CTET or TTET. Then you can go for IELTS and TOEFL also. Then you can, further higher education you can pursue, and even you can survive, do service in the abroad also. You can see that in teaching is that professions that other countries, uh, it is always in the high demand. So you can join your career as a teacher in some other international countries also. So UAE is providing very good salaries, and even free residence facilities to the teacher as well as the dependent on the teachers. So very good infrastructures they are providing. Japan, Kuwait, or China, etc. They always welcome those two teachers, that those who have done very good in their profession. So if you want to become teacher in some abroad countries, then what is the requirement over there? So you may have a BEd programs in your hands, entrance exams, language exams. Means you must have IELTS also, educational qualification, what is required over there, that is there. Other requirement is that you must have a certificate of IELTS or French language. That is mandatory if you want to serve in any international country. That is eligibility, basic eligibility, along with your others. So these are the some kind of the things that how can you, teaching is making your mind, empower your minds. You are, you know, uh, dealing with the future generations. So good salaries, no doubt you are getting, and you are becoming expert in your own subject also. So because when we are doing, a kind of hard work towards a specific subject, then definitely we started making our own content, online educational resources. Then people, they are getting to know you. You get attractions in others educational institutions, and everyone's try to recruit you in your own professions. The thing is that you must have a positive spirit toward your professions and the spirit of learning forever. With that spirit, you can further get a kind of identification. So now let's see that if you become teachers, so what will be the benefits about you? Rewards, you will get some kind of rewards. Definitely, the future generations, you are shaping the generations in your hands. So you are in that profession who is dealing with small kids to higher education children also. So that is also job stability is there as compared to others. Already I have explained you in the starting that during this pandemic, the stability was seen in the teaching profession only, because when schools or all the educational institutions were closed, still the teaching was going on through the online platform. So that was the stability of the job. So that is there. Lifelong learning is there. You will always learn, because sometimes we learn from our students, sometimes we learn from the society. So continuously, because being a teacher, we have to stay in the classroom also, we have to interact in the community also. So it's a lifelong learning through the experiences also. And the one thing is that, one of my friend, he is a judge. So he was asking me that he want to get married with a teacher only, because teaching is that profession where they are getting a number of holidays, summer vacation and winter vacation. That kind of facility is not available in any other profession. So that is that you have a good and flexible, and moreover teaching hour is 8 to 2. If we talk about in government sector school teachers, no doubt if you are working in a university, it will be 9 to 5, that is okay. But if we talk about teaching, then flexible hours are there, and you have a lot of holidays in that thing also. You can enjoy your life also. There are less challenges as compared to other professions. So I think this one is repeated over there. So with this, it's almost done from my side. I hope so that I have highlighted the things which are related with the teaching professions, professional ethics, how to develop your positive attitude. And if you want to become good teachers, that what are its requirement, and even after your BEd programs, what are the other areas where you can start your career. So with this, I would like to say thanks to all of you, those who have listened me very patiently. And I would like to ask you that if you have any kind of question in your mind, you would like to ask something, then I would really appreciate your, questions, your doubts. Uh, it's open now for discussion.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us deep insight in the professional ethics, especially in teaching profession. If any student has any query, please write down in the chat box. You will be entertained.
Yes, students, you can ask if you have any doubt in your mind. You may ask any question from your side. Am I not visible, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ma'am, you are visible.
Yeah, you are visible and your voice is audible. I think the students don't have any query, or I can't see in the chat box.
Yes, yes. Pankaj has written something. Ma'am, firstly, thanks for all. Okay, Pankaj, thank you so much for giving a kind of appreciation word. Thank you so much, beta.
Initially, Manisha wanted to ask some questions, I think. Manisha raised a query.
Even, yes,
Are you
Manisha and Priyanka was also there.
Priyanka was also there. Priyanka and Manisha?
I think they have mentioned that it is by mistake they have raised the hand.
Okay.
So
Okay, so now I would like to ask that those who are attending this program, so how many of you have made your mind that you will become teacher in your life? Can you write down in the chat box?
yeah, Pankaj again written something in the chat box.
Ma'am, I'm asking if we want to become a job provider instead of job seeker, then what will be the other option, ma'am? Yes, Pankaj, your question goes towards the entrepreneurship. If you want to provide jobs to others, then you can open your own coaching center also. It is up to you that how much finances you have, and even you can take some educational loan from the government also. That is Ministry of Education. That entrepreneurship is providing Mudra Yojana also. You can go to their site also, and you will be given some kind of financial help. You can open your own school also, educational institution also. Then you can provide other people job.
And Neeraj has raised hand. We can see that Neeraj Kumar.
Okay.
Anjali, can you unmute Neeraj?
Neha Arora also wants to ask.
Yes, yes. Yes, Neha, I would like to give the answer of your questions. You want to get full details of PhD. So, no, Neha, can you write down your educational
Excuse me, ma'am.
Neeraj, please ask your question. Yeah.
Yes,
Ma'am, how can
yes,
ma'am
ma'am.
how can more happy the more students?
Neeraj, please repeat once again. How can happy?
How can more happy the students in the class?
Okay.
How to
Okay.
make the students happy in the class, right?
Oh.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, Neeraj, good questions. How to make happy to your students in your class? Definitely
Yes,
when you,
yes, ma'am.
yes. Okay, Neeraj. Okay, to make happy, let's see how how do you feel happy with others? When someone is listening you, someone is giving you time, okay, so you feel happy. So similarly, when we are listening to our learners, when we are giving our time to our learners, or
Yes,
then
ma'am.
definitely they will be happy. You know, when sometimes we enter in the class and students say that, ma'am, today we don't want to study, so it doesn't mean that we will let them be. Okay, you don't. Now this is that situation, that what kind of activity you are organizing for the students, so that they can also feel that they are not getting this practically study, but meantime they are getting some kind of experiences. So by listening them, by teaching them, they are keeping the individual differences in your mind. Do not pressurize them, let them, you know, learn by their own level. You know, naturalism, they are saying that let the child open in the hands of the nature. So we have to provide this platform, we have to give them some freedom in the class. Definitely they will be very happy. because everyone, love their freedom. Yes. Next is
Okay,
okay.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Neeraj. I hope so. I have given
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, welcome. Okay, next question is Neha Arora. Yes, Neha, if you have done your post graduations, okay, you are pursuing your B.Ed program. Okay, so now if you have done your post graduation, let's say you have done your post graduation in history or English, then you can do your PhD in that particular field also. And if you want to pursue your PhD in education, then for that you have to go for your 2 years AMED program also. So in which field you want to get, that matters a lot. So you have to appear in the any kind of entrance where you want to pursue your PhD programs. You can appear in any particular that university entrance test, and in some universities they are having entrance track. Someone is unmuted. Okay, so some universities they are having entrance tests for PhD programs, while others, if you have cleared your UGC NET examination, you are directly getting seat. So you have to approach universities as such, then you can get your program. You can enroll, you can register yourself for PhD program. Okay, Ekta is there. Primary student teacher. So I want to do BTC or B.Ed is enough for that. Okay, Ekta, you are pursuing your primary student teacher. So it's okay. You can, if you are having B.Ed in your hand, so you are able to become teacher in any of the stream. So go ahead with your B.Ed programs. Definitely, you will get a good placement over there. Yes. Anybody else? Any other query? Any other question? Is there any placement? Yes, Tanvi. For that, you must have to consult with the IPEM, those who are organizing this webinars. So definitely, I think so. They are providing the placement also. Nowadays, educational teacher training programs are providing good placement too. So this answer can be given better by the concerned, institution.
Yeah, we are regularly organizing these placement drives. So the students at the end of the session, they have given the opportunity that they can choose or select the schools or the institutions where they want to apply. So it is a regular feature at IPM. So students can meet Dr. Anjali Raj, the training and placement in charge in the institute. So some more hands I can see on the screen. Seema, you want to say something, right? Seema is, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, all teachers and other participants also. First of all, I will want to thanks to everyone to joining this webinar, and I'm feeling so happy because I'm also meeting after a long time with my lovely teachers and beautiful teacher, Mrs. Nishi Sharma ma'am.
Seema is our alumni and she is running a school, right?
I'm waiting, ma'am. And IPM is not a institute for me, ma'am. It is like a temple, and here teachers is God like. Really, ma'am. I mean it, ma'am. So I want to only few lines because I will not take more time. I want to only few lines about my teachers because of I'm here. Can I? May I, ma'am?
Please, Seema.
Ma'am, this is line on the Chaupai, Ramcharit Manas.
ठीक बिल्कुल सुनाइए.
May I? बहने लगी ज्ञान की धारा, महक गुरु का सबने स्वीकारा गुरु बिन ज्ञान दिया नहीं जाए, चाहे सब जग कोई घूम के आए, गुरु बिन ज्ञान दिया नहीं जाए, चाहे सब जग कोई घूम के आए। ओ मन के दिया किया उजियारा, सिद्ध किया मानव जन्म हमारा, गुरु बिन ज्ञान दिया नहीं जाए, चाहे सब जग कोई घूम के आए। ओ मात पिता जन्म के दाता, पर गुरु बिन कोई ज्ञान न पाता, गुरु बिन ज्ञान दिया नहीं जाए, चाहे सब जग कोई घूम के आए। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
and
so
thank
much.
you so much. And thank you for IPM, जहाँ से मैंने B.Ed किया और जहाँ से मैंने जाना कि टीचर्स के एथिक्स क्या होते हैं, मोरल वैल्यूज क्या होती हैं, क्योंकि वही भविष्य का निर्माण करता होता है, तो उस पे भविष्य के निर्माण करने की जिम्मेदारी होती है, जिसे वो बखूबी निभाए तो हमारा देश बहुत आगे जा सकता है। थैंक यू सो मच मैम।
Thank you, Seema ma'am. Now it is requested to all the participants kindly switch on their cameras for capturing the screenshot.